It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Join us all winter long as we feature live San Juan and Monticello basketball. Now, without further delay, we send you courtside for tonight's action. Welcome to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are excited to welcome you back to the San Juan High School Gymnasium as we get set for some Region 15 action here tonight. The San Juan Broncos set to host the North Sevier Wolves. It's a matchup between the number 19 Wolves and the number 12 San Juan Broncos in the 2A ranks. And I'm Rhett Sifford welcoming you in tonight alongside Bobby Bowering. And Bobby, it's good to be back together. It's good to have the equipment actually working right tonight. We don't have to steal your phone, so that's nice. And it's good to have some basketball going on. This is going to be a fun couple days. Couple of big Region 15 matchups here for the San Juan Broncos.
Yeah, it's always good when you can be at home. You know, a good home stretch for the Broncos here. Hopefully they can get 2 good region wins this week and propel them through, the home stretch of the season here.
Yeah, and this is a game these two teams met on January 5th, so that's been a couple weeks ago, and San Juan won that game 56-46. They had to kind of rally to come back and win that game, but you take a look at these two teams, and, of course, the Wolves, like I said, ranked number 19 in the 2A ranks in the state of Utah, and they've had their struggles this year. They've got the 3-12 overall record. Unfortunately for them right now, they're riding an 8-game losing streak, so they're going to look to obviously fix that here against the San Juan Broncos tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure they've at that point of the season, they're a team that doesn't really have much to lose, so I'm sure they're going to give everything they can to the San Juan Broncos tonight.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. These guys are coming off a 62-52 loss at Kanab on Tuesday, so that was their first game of the week. And the Broncos having their first game of the week tonight. And we'll talk about the Broncos here in just a little bit. We'll kind of stick to the North Sevier Wolves here to start off the pregame show this evening here tonight. We don't have much pregame, actually. Just want to take a real quick look at their statistics. And Grayson Bennett, the leading scorer, averaging almost 12.5 points per game. And from there, it falls off pretty drastically. He's far and away the offensive leader on this team. Then you've got Cade Johnson averaging over 6 points per game. Ephraim Bernardino, 5.5 points per game. Brody Bullock, almost 5 points per game. And Trevor Mangum at 4.5 points per game. So it's a team, Bobby, I think that struggles a little bit in the way of spreading the offense around. And we're getting greeted by some former coach action here. Good to see Coach Black in here, and it's kind of a rare sighting, I think, these days. It's tough to retire, I think, and then come in and, I don't know, it's an interesting situation. But good to see Coach Black come in and to say hi to us. But continuing with the North Sevier Wolves, and I think, Bobby, just a team that, we've seen San Juan spread the scoring around. I think basically since just before Christmas, they really started to get a lot of bench action and start to spread it around, and that's something that North Sevier is still looking for. Yeah,
I think so too, and it's hard unless you've kind of just got that really dominant player that we've seen on a couple of these teams that the Broncos have played. You have to have that ability to get, scoring out of multiple people on your team, and so North Sevier obviously looking for a little bit of that, and we'll have to look for that tonight.
Well, it looks like we're probably just about set for the national anthem, and then we're going to get the call of the starters. I think we're going to go ahead and take a real quick break, and we will return for the call of the starters. I will try to get in the San Juan statistics here in just a little bit, but for now we're going to take a real quick break. We will return for the call of the starters here tonight. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Hi, my name is Bill Boyle. I'm editor of the San Juan Record and station manager at Red Rock Radio. In my line of work, it's important to know and understand the facts when it comes to disseminating important news and information. Parents, studies show that monitoring your kids is vital in reducing the risk of substance misuse. A teen's brain is much more susceptible to alcohol dependence than an adult's. Make sure that alcohol and other drugs are not available to your kids at home or from friends, siblings, or elsewhere. Know your children's friends and their parents, and discuss with them your desire to keep your kids alcohol and drug-free, and enlist their cooperation. Remember, it's against the law for a minor to purchase, possess, or consume any alcoholic beverage. And of course, it's illegal for anyone to sell, offer to sell, or furnish alcohol to a minor. At some level, most kids appreciate parental monitoring. It gives them a sense of security and is a very real proof to them that the parents love them enough to care about their well-being. Together, let's continue to make San Juan County a place to raise strong and capable youth. Come on, let's do this.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
It's high school.
It was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by some young folks in here today, and I wish I knew what that group was. I'm not sure who they are, but they did a great job. I really love the kid on the end here who was just giving it his all.
Oh, yeah. I think they said that was the Bluff Elementary School kids.
Okay, awesome. And they sung it in Navajo, if I'm correct, right?
I would assume, because I didn't understand any of it. So.
Okay. All right. Well, it was a great rendition. It was awesome to see the passion there and the national anthem. We are currently getting the call of the starters, so bear with me. It's going to be number 5 for North Sevier, the leading scorer, 6-foot senior guard Grayson Bennett. I think I've missed a couple guys. We'll try to catch it here in a sec, but number 21, 6-foot junior guard and forward Rylan Frischnick. Number 24, 5'11", senior forward Warner Roberts. Number 25, 6-foot senior guard Cade Johnson. And let's see if I can figure out who I missed. It looks like it was just number 11, 6'2", senior forward Jacob Johnson. And for San Juan, I think it's going to be the usual suspects. And while we've got a minute, let me take a look at some of the San Juan stats here this evening. Coming in, it's Anthony Doan leading the scoring. He's averaging almost 13 points per game, 230 total points in the first 18 games of the season. R.J. Daly is the other San Juan Bronco, averaging in double digits. He's got 180 points, averaging exactly 10 per game. Here are the starters for San Juan. Number 1, 6-foot senior guard Brigham Nielsen. Number 3, 5'8", junior guard Jake Ivins. Number 5, 6'2", senior forward Keaton Ivins. Number 14, 6-foot senior guard R.J. Daly. And the leading scorer, number 25, 6-foot senior guard and forward Anthony Doan. Those are the starters for both the teams. As we get set to go tonight, a Region 15 matchup between these two squads. It is the number 19 North Sevier Wolves here in town in Blanding to take on the number 12 San Juan Broncos. And San Juan, Bobby, is 7-11 on the season coming in, but they have also struggled a bit lately. They've lost 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, coming off that tough region loss against Moab last week, talking to a lot of these players and coaches, they felt like they should have had that game. So I'm looking for these guys to be fired up coming into this one.
And that was a fun game in Moab. We look forward, obviously, to the meeting in the last game of the year between those two teams right here. But we're underway with North Sevier possessing the basketball to get us underway. And they'll work it down inside, a little bit of physicality down there. A Wolf player goes down, and that's going to immediately be our first foul of the night to Jake Ivins.
Shocker. I was joking with Jake before the game, and he tell me he's trying not to foul out tonight, so that's not a great start.
No, that's not the right attitude, I don't think. All right, well, North Summit will reset here after the first foul. And look at that, the leading scorer, Grayson Bennett, spins into the paint, misses the shot, though. That's a break for San Juan, and now the Broncos run the floor. Speaking of the bull in the china shop, he goes coast to coast and finishes from the right side.
And you love the energy he's came out and bring. Sometimes you'll give up a foul if that's the kind of energy that he's bringing to the table.
And North Sevier answers immediately as Jacob Johnson runs it right through the San Juan D and lays it up and in. So the teams have traded baskets here to open it up. We're not quite a minute in. 2-all. Brigham Nielsen has it for San Juan, top of the key. Drives to the left wing, now pulls up the dribble, hands off to Anthony Doan. He kicks it back to R.J. Daly. Daly across the top of the key. Now a miscue with Nielsen. Thought he'd have Brigham Nielsen out on the perimeter, but then Grayson Bennett intercepted the loose ball, ran down court, and drew another foul. He'll go to the line and shoot a couple here.
Now, that's good hustle by Brigham to get back. You never want to give up an easy one, especially early on in a game. So, good hustle. That's not a bad foul to take if you're San Juan right there.
So, 2 fouls on San Juan here in the early stages, and this one's going to put Grayson Bennett to the line for North Sevier. He makes no mistake, draining the first of 2 foul shots. And he toes the line. Well, finally, I don't know what to do with myself. Finally had a minute to breathe there. Bobby, I don't know if you heard the drama as Grayson Bennett scores both foul shots. We'll wait here in just a minute. I'll tell my tale here tonight here.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep me caught up. I don't know.
Anthony Doan, meanwhile, trying to score for San Juan, misses the jumper. Brigham Nielsen right there in traffic. Wow, they give a clean block on that play apparently, and that's going to go out of bounds. I thought that would have surely been a foul, but not to be. But it will stay in San Juan's possession here, as Anthony Doan will inbound from the left baseline, and now the ball is knocked away from R.J. Daly, out of bounds by North Sevier. So once again, the Broncos will reset.
Good things happen when San Juan, crashes the boards, get on the offensive boards, and so it's good to see that early on for the Broncos.
R.J. Daly is run into here. Oh, they're going to call a travel, and so that'll give it back to North Sevier. San Juan folks wanting a foul, but they're not going to get it. Yeah, Bobby, arrived in Blanding and realized I had left this bag with all the gear back in Monticello. So I had to turn around and go back, and it was snowing, and yeah, it was an interesting drive back and back here. But I made it in time for the game, so here we are on the air.
That's a good thing you left early enough to
That's right.
give yourself some cushion there.
That's right. Here's San Juan tying the game back up as Keaton Ivins banks one in off the glass from the left side. In the meantime, North Sevier had missed, and the Broncos got another rebound. I've got San Juan with all 3 of the rebounds in the game so far. We're all tied at 4, and now North Sevier turns it over out of bounds over here on the near side.
Yeah, good things happening. San Juan making shots and getting into that full court press. Coach Nielsen really likes to incorporate that as much as he can, speed the game up a little bit, and let his athletes get out in space.
Anthony Doan goes through traffic. He scores the bucket and a foul. We'll get the add one opportunity here, as that was a good drive for the Broncos senior. Grayson Bennett guilty of his first foul of the evening. That was a good drive by Anthony. We'll see if he can add the 3rd point here.
Yeah, Anthony does such a good job, around the basket, making and creating himself shots, finishing. Good job finishing at the line right there.
And nothing but net on the foul shot. So the Broncos up by 3, and now the press is going to nearly force another turnover. A couple players tumble down to the baseline. Jake Ivins and Grayson Bennett, and Bennett is a little bit shaken up for North Sevier. And that would obviously be a huge loss for this Wolf team.
Yeah, good job by Jake, though, getting his hands on that. And, again, I mean, you know he's going to give you everything when he's on the court. So flying after the ball, getting the ball back for the San Juan Broncos here.
Yeah, and the Broncos do get the steal here. And R.J. Daly floats a three. That one rims off. And now North Summit trying to come full court with a pass. That'll be intercepted. And now it's going to be turned over by San Juan. So the two teams trade turnovers here. And the Wolves have it back in the offensive end ultimately.
And San Juan's did a good job defensively creating some turnovers, but they haven't been able to capitalize on all of those. So hopefully they can clean that up a little bit.
And now North Sevier tries to force it into the middle. The Broncos will intercept that. They find Anthony Doan, and he's hammered from behind as he goes up for the bucket. And he'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
That was a good hustle by North Sevier getting back down, but it did look like he caught him on the arm a little bit there. And again, San Juan, they're doing a great job, you know, creating turnovers and running the floor. They just got to make sure they can capitalize on these opportunities here early.
And Anthony Doan will do so as he drains the first of the two. So he's got 4 points. That leads all scorers early on here. The foul is the first to Jacob Johnson for North Sevier. We've got 4:52 to go in the opening quarter here tonight, and Anthony Doan's second shot rolls off, rebounded by North Sevier. So San Juan doubling up the Wolves right now, 8-4 here in the early stages. Bennett has it for North Sevier. Drops it down in the perimeter. Johnson will hand off as well, and it's there's two Johnsons, pardon me. Here's a shot coming from Cade Johnson, and that one goes down ultimately. That was quite a bounce. And finally, Jake Ivins takes it right through the D again, goes to the hole, and scores it off the glass. That's a couple tough drives through the defense for Jake Ivins already in this game.
No, they're doing a good job. You know, North Sevier gets a bucket down here in San Juan. They're inbounding the ball really fast. They're getting the ball down the floor, and they're just catching North Sevier in bad transition defense and just capitalizing on it. And that's Jake Ivins, 4 points, just hustling and getting the ball down the court. So I can see why North Sevier wanted to take a timeout there. Looks like coach wants to get that set straight.
Yeah, and so right now, 10-6 for San Juan. As we do have a timeout on the floor, we're just about midway through the opening quarter. And so San Juan up by 4. High school hoops tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part by Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Utah State University Blanding, and San Juan Health. Big thanks to all the sponsors making the broadcast possible. As we do near the official halfway point of the opening quarter, San Juan has the 10-6 lead. North Sevier has the basketball in the front court. And Bennett just hanging on to it. Goes down into the corner. Got a man off the bench here for North Sevier. Now the Broncos steal the ball away, and R.J. Daly draws a foul.
San Juan defense doing a really good job right now. They saw the opportunity there in the corner to trap and, you know, just creating the turnover, the good steal, and, yeah, just great job by the defense early on here.
And the foul is to the man who just came in off the bench, Parker Jensen for North Sevier. San Juan has it in the front court. R.J. Daly at the free throw line. Bounces it back to Ivins. Ivins goes into the corner for Keaton Ivins. That was Jake Ivins, and now Keaton Ivins drains the 18-footer. So not only are the Broncos creating turnovers, the shooting here in the early stages, Bobby, is pretty hot right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great shot by Keaton right there. Just fully confident when he took that shot.
Here's Bennett off the corner of the glass, and that one won't fall from 3. Rebounded by San Juan, but now lost by the Broncos as they turn it over, and able to hit the fade is Cade Johnson. And so North Sevier pulls back to within 4, 12-8. Long shot on the way from Keaton Ivins won't go. And rebounded by North Sevier. So back they come, and now a 3 on the way. A little bit too long, bounces off from Cade Johnson again, and the Broncos rebound that. Now it's R.J. Daly in traffic. Has the shot blocked by North Sevier. And that will come the other way. The Broncos have come off the press a little bit here. 2:45 to go in this first quarter. And San Juan's lead is 12-8. And North Sevier has it set up in the front court. Jensen underneath, and the shot almost went down for Jacob Johnson, but he's fouled underneath the basket, and he will shoot 2. This will be the second on Brigham Nielsen for San Juan.
Yeah, San Juan just a little bit slow getting that switch with that cutter, and that was a good look for North Sevier right there, getting to the line right here.
And so Johnson will shoot. They've got at least 3 Johnsons on this team, I think, so I'll have to use first names as well. And this is Jacob Johnson, who hits the first of the 2 foul shots. Now the Broncos are bringing in some subs for the first time tonight.
Bringing in big Justice Black, and then our sophomore duo with Jagger and Tripp coming in, which they bring good energy too. So,
absolutely. The Broncos have gotten a lot of excellent bench play since just before Christmas. It's really come on. Jacob Johnson hits both foul shots, though, and the Bronco lead is down to 2. Jagger Neves deked Bennett, who went flying out of bounds. Are they going to call a charge on Neves?
They did. They called offensive on Neves.
Okay, so Jagger Neves comes in and immediately gets whistled on that play. And so that'll turn it back over to North Sevier. Now the Broncos are pressing again, it would appear, as North Sevier inbounds the basketball. And they'll try to figure out a way to work this through the San Juan press. They're going to ultimately do the quarterback pass method, and it worked out. They had a couple guys open, and wide open under the basket. They spotted Parker Jensen, and an easy layup for him. We're all tied at 12. Now Justice Black has it in the paint, in traffic, and he's fouled from behind. And it looks like they'll give continuation. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, North Sevier, back on that last possession, did a good job being patient and breaking that press. But then they came out in their own half-court press right there, and San Juan also did a pretty good job breaking it and getting the foul.
And actually, it's not going to be a shooting foul. They're going to inbound to Justice Black, and he banks it in off the glass from the left side. That was a good, quick 2 points for Justice.
Yeah, good job by Anthony finding him, and Justice did a good job sealing the defender off and made himself a nice, easy 2 right there.
Bennett works it in for North Sevier. And now working on Jagger Neves. They set a bit of a pick there, and they got Grayson Bennett open for the 3, but he missed it short. And the rebound looks like resulted in a foul, the first on Anthony Doan.
They're going to call a push on Anthony on the rebound. He kind of got that kid in the air, and looks like that might be bonus.
It is, yeah.
North Sevier's coach had to come remind the refs. It looked like that one slipped him.
Yeah, that is San Juan's 5th, and so North Sevier will be shooting from here on out. The Wolves have 4 as well, so on their next foul, the Broncos will be shooting, but just 1:48 left in this opening quarter right now. The Broncos stretched a little bit of a lead, but North Sevier rallied back, and since then it's just been kind of nip and tuck, these 2 teams trading points.
Yeah, San Juan had momentum early, but North Sevier's done a good job sticking in this game, and yeah, now we're looking at a tied game here coming into the end of the first.
14 all after foul shots from Cade Johnson. Now the Broncos have it in the front court again. Jagger Neves' pass is deflected and intercepted, and North Sevier gets the steal, and they'll work it back in as the Broncos unable to get points on that possession. Now Neves knocks it away from a North Sevier player, and Cade Johnson can't save it over there before it goes out of bounds off the Wolves. So that will be a turnover back to San Juan.
Yeah, San Juan needs to capitalize here. That's a bad turnover for North Sevier, and so you want to make sure that you can get some points out of this if you're San Juan.
Down to the last minute 15 of the opening quarter, tied at 14. San Juan has the basketball in the front court. Jagger Neves through traffic, almost a Euro step there. It does look like he draws a foul. We'll see if it's on the floor. It will be 2 shots, and that's on Cade Johnson, his first. And not only that, but San Juan goes into the bonus for the last minute 11.
That's a good job by Jagger. He saw that lane and put his head down and went and drew the foul right there. He does a really good job going to the basket. He's really strong with the basketball.
So Neves at the line and way short on the first. That didn't hit anything. So that's always embarrassing if you're shooting foul shots, and that rises the heckling from the opposition for sure.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic of Jagger right there. He's usually pretty money at the line.
And he bounces. Well, he doesn't bounce back. He gets a bounce. Justice Black can't follow up, so Jagger a little cold to start from the foul line, and Justice Black could not get the putback. And the Broncos, unfortunately, unable to break the tie, but now they intercept the basketball. and come down court, and it's finally Trip Palmer, and boy, that one rolls out as well. So the Broncos having trouble getting the ball to fall right now, but they do get their own rebound again, and with 40 seconds, they can reset. Justice Black is open from 18 feet, but misses that one. And this time it's finally rebounded by North Sevier. So several opportunities for San Juan there from the line and from the floor, and they could not make it pay.
Yeah, San Juan just having a hard time kind of getting into rhythm offensively. They've had a lot of good looks, haven't been able to get much to fall, and again, they're just haven't really been able to take control of this game early.
And Grayson Bennett puts an exclamation mark on the Broncos' inability to score in that last possession as he drains the first three of the night and makes it 17-14. I believe that's North Sevier's first lead, and now they steal it away, and at the buzzer, Bennett got one up, and that one falls a little bit short. That was very close. And so at the buzzer, North Sevier scores a three and takes a 17-14 lead on San Juan. We'll take a break and return to the San Juan High School gym. Stay with us as High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
In 1957, Lyle and Clea Johnson founded Lyle Northern Electric. What began as a small business in their family home has grown into the prominent local company it is today, a third-generation owned and operated company. Lyle Northern Electric is honored to have served the people of San Juan County for the past 65 years and is a proud supporter of high school sports.
San Juan Credit Union. Your money, your future, your credit union. We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
Back live to San Juan High School, getting set for the second quarter here, and now we are underway. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. It's Rhett Sifford and Bobby Bowering with you again here this evening. And here are the Broncos scoring a bucket plus a foul. Man, when you need a little life to inject into the offense, bring another kid off the bench, and that's Weston Jones making an impact immediately.
That's a good job making a tough shot there. If you're San Juan, you're just looking to clean up after that first quarter. It was kind of a sloppy first quarter offensively, a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots. So hopefully they can, tighten things up here in the second.
Well, Jones is unable to add the third point, but at least he got a bucket and brought San Juan back to within one. It is 17-16 in favor of North Sevier, just underway in the second quarter. It's been a fun one so far as these two teams going back and forth right now. But, yeah, like you said, you'd like to see, for the hometown fans, the Broncos be able to get a little bit more rhythm and take control of this thing. And now Weston Jones, it looks like, is going to return the favor and commit a foul of his own during the shot here.
Yeah, North Sevier doing a good job staying patient, getting good looks. They've gotten to the line quite a bit here in the first half, and they've been able to capitalize.
And it is Jensen at the line here and hits the first. That's Parker Jensen, a 5'10 sophomore. So he makes it a 2-point lead for North Sevier, 18-16. And he's unable to make the second. The Broncos will rebound it. Trip Palmer gets out there to grab that basketball. And now the Broncos in a hurry to get down court. And they're going to set it up. R.J. Daly, three on the way, no. And on the rebound, a foul, I believe, to San Juan.
Yep, I think they're going to get Jagger Neves coming in, just getting the North Sevier Wolf on the hand, and that's going to be two quick ones for the Broncos here.
I think it's got to be the paw, right?
The paw, yeah, there you go.
And look at Bennett quickly transitioning for North Sevier, and a good shot, spinning it off the glass is good for Jacob Johnson. And North Sevier had the hurry-up play there. Now Jagger Neves trying to answer for San Juan, unable to hit the jumper. And on the rebound, another San Juan foul. And so fouls really collecting on the side of the team that's wearing white here tonight at home.
Yeah, and North Sevier, they've done a really good job against this full court press of the Broncos. I want to say that San Juan had some success with that over when they played North Sevier at their place. So kudos to their coaching staff. They've got these kids ready to break that press, and they've been very successful this first half.
Yeah, a lot of it is moving their feet, obviously getting open, and now there's a good shot from the baseline that goes for Cade Johnson. And he leads all scorers with 8 points now. Jagger Neves back the other way, off the glass, and good with the shot. They call the defensive foul on Jacob Johnson. And Neves will go to the line with an add one opportunity.
Good job to Jagger again, getting underneath the hoop, being strong with the basketball. Maybe this is a good chance for the Broncos to, stall a little bit of that momentum that North Sevier's been able to get here and sway things a little bit here.
Yeah, the North Sevier lead was up to 6 points there briefly, but it's down to 4, make it 3 as Neves adds one here. And so 22-19, 6:28 to go in the first half. Big Region 15 game for both of these two teams. And again, it was a 10-point win for San Juan in the first meeting between these two squads back on January 5th up in their place at Salina. And so the Wolves trying to return the favor down here in Blanding this weekend. And we're not quite the weekend yet, I guess, with it being Thursday evening high school hoops tonight. Here is North Sevier in the front court. Grayson Bennett in traffic, can't make one fall. Broncos rebound it. They run it back down. Anthony Doan spots Weston Jones, who was open in the paint for a moment, and now Jones will foul a North Sevier player as they're trying to transition out of the offensive end. They're going to give it to number 12. Well, San Juan doesn't have a 12.
Maybe
so
Weston.
Yeah, it's definitely Weston, but I think he just had the wrong fingers up there, but they figured it out. So that is Weston Jones' second foul, and North Sevier will have it back. That was a bit of a tackle there, and so I think an easy call for the ref, but North Sevier will work it into the front court once again, and Rylan Frischneck goes cross court to Cade Johnson. He bounces into the paint, loses the basketball, and goes tumbling. No foul on the play. The Broncos will get it back on a turnover.
Yeah, San Juan needs to find some rhythm here offensively. I mean, they're just having a hard time holding onto the ball. That last possession, Anthony finds an open Weston, and they just can't seem to grasp the ball tonight. It's just floating all over the place and a lot of turnovers.
Yeah. And now Weston gets tripped up as he tries to go around Jensen, and that'll be Jensen's, I think, second foul of the night. It is. And so San Juan has 4 in the second quarter. North Sevier now with 3. A lot of time still left in this half, 5.5 minutes. Broncos resetting in the offensive end. Anthony Doan lobs it out to Jones. Back to Doan in the right corner. And just holding it right now comes cross court to Palmer. Palmer will dribble one time with the right hand, then goes left side for Jake Ivins. They call Ivins for the push-off here, and that'll be an offensive foul on Ivins. And that puts North Sevier in the bonus right there, though it is an offensive foul, so it won't be shots this time.
Yeah, that's 5 on the Broncos, and yeah, we've got 5 minutes left, so North Sevier could find a lot of points here at the line here the second quarter.
And they have the basketball, obviously, following the Jake Ivins foul. Ivins has 2. Brigham Nielsen has 2. Daly and Doan both have 1 apiece for San Juan right now. Among the starters, North Sevier trying to find Grayson Bennett open for 3. They got him, but he missed the shot. Rebounded by San Juan. Broncos run it up, and Doan finds Weston Jones with another good pass. Jones, an easy layup from the left side.
That was a good job by Anthony pushing that down and finding the open man. So that's good for the Broncos. See if they can get a little momentum here.
That pulls San Juan back to within 1. It's 22-21. So both teams' leads have evaporated in this first half. Both teams, I believe, led by as much as 6. I know that was North Sevier's lead, and now it's down to 1. Now a long shot on the way with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock for Cade Johnson. No good. Originally, the rebound was to North Sevier, and now Anthony Doan coming down court, tries the Euro step, knocks down Grayson Bennett. They will call Bennett for the block here, and that'll be his second.
Well, that's good to get Anthony Doan to the line. He's been a little bit quiet offensively here. He's had some good assists, but it'd be good to get him scoring again. He's San Juan's top scorer, and you want to, get the ball in your top scorer's hand and see if you can get him going here.
And Doan is at the line here to shoot 2, so continuation on that play. And he gets the friendly hometown roll on the first shot. So that ties us all up once again. This time 22's on the board. So they were tied last time at 14 apiece. And 8 points later, it's 22 all. Doan misses the second foul shot. So the Broncos can't fully capitalize and retake the lead. North Sevier pulls down the rebound. And now they've got it in the front court, and a little lackadaisical with the basketball that time. It's knocked away by Neves, but he can't finish going down court with the layup.
I think that's kind of summarized this first half for San Juan. A lot of good opportunities, and they just have not been able to capitalize.
Well, fortunately, there's a lot of game left, and halftime tends to change games, so we'll see. But, yeah, Broncos definitely struggling in the first half in that department. And now they have it set back up in the front court, down by 2 as North Sevier was able to score. Jagger Neves can't hit the runner from in the middle, and it's pulled down by North Sevier again. So the Wolves have a chance to stretch this lead with 3.5 to go. They are up 24-22. Off the bench out there right now is Efrain Bernardino, and I'm not sure if I'm butchering that name or not. Hopefully not, but chances are good, I think.
I'm glad you're the one doing the names and not me, because I know I would.
Bernardino, I know Bernardino, so I'll just call him Bernardino. Goes into the corner, and the three is long from Warner Roberts, rebounded by San Juan. And the Broncos can work it in. Anthony Doan, a good dribble through traffic, goes right to the hole and finishes from the right side.
Well, that's what you like to see if you're the Broncos. Get Anthony Doan out in transition. He's so good creating shots, getting in the lane. So that's a good sign if you're San Juan. We need to get Anthony Doan going.
He does lead Broncos scoring now with 7, and we're all tied at 24. 2:40 to go in the first half. And North Sevier, with it in the offensive end, and there's Bernardino banking it in from the right side, so the Wolves regain the lead, 26-24. San Juan with it back in the front court. Nice pass into the middle from Neves to Keaton Ivins, but Ivins can't hit the 10-footer. And rebounded by North Sevier.
That's a good look if you're San Juan. I mean, it's a good cut by Ivins. It's a high percentage shot. They just have not been seeming to fall for San Juan tonight.
And now North Sevier coming back the other way, and that one won't fall for Cade Johnson. So the team's trade misses. Broncos coming back the other way. Doan goes right to the baseline. It opens up for him. That's the wrong guy to let come through there as he comes right up in an easy layup for Doan.
Good job by Anthony again. He's kind of taken over here this last little bit of the second quarter, so that's good. Get a little bit more offense for the Broncos here.
And now a travel is called on Cade Johnson as he made a mental mistake over on the far side, and that will turn it back over to the Broncos. Have 6 turnovers for North Sevier in this first half so far. Down to the final minute 45 of the half, and we are all tied at 26. San Juan had a lead early on, but it's mainly been North Sevier lately, and now the ball is intercepted as the Broncos turn it over. Good anticipation by Cade Johnson there to pick off that pass. Now his 3 is off the mark. Rebounded this time by San Juan, and in a hurry the Broncos come down, and what a reverse layup, spinning it off the glass for Brigham Nielsen, and the foul.
And good finish there by Brigham, coming up and under.
And the Broncos have regained their lead, 28-26. Brigham Nielsen a chance to add 1. And the foul is the second to Cade Johnson for North Sevier. Both teams are in the bonus for the final minute 26 here. And Nielsen unable to add the point, but Anthony Doan went out of bounds and saved that from going out, and then found Weston Jones, who cleans it up with a putback. So it is 30-26. And that was a great play by Anthony Doan, saving that. He was going to rip it off one of the North Sevier players, but it ended up going right to Weston Jones and became a great play.
Now that was good. Anthony's really done a good job here these last couple minutes, kind of getting the Broncos going. Both sides of the ball, he's been facilitating. He's been getting high percentage shots for himself and, really kind of putting the Broncos on his back here.
Well, we're nearing the last minute of play in the first half, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 30-26, the Broncos back in the lead. This has been a fun one. I think I'd say probably, Bobby, more fun than Coach Nielsen and the Broncos would like for it to have been here in this first half.
Yeah, definitely not what we were probably anticipating coming into this game, but it's been a good one so far.
Well, high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, brought to you in part by Car Shop Auto Body, Colleen Kays, author of the 7 Dynamos of Organizational Power, Red Mechanical, San Juan Building Supply, Flights Gymnastics, Northern Electric, and Emory Telcom. As North Sevier has the basketball inbounding in the backcourt out of their timeout, but the Broncos steal and go right to the hole. How about Weston Jones off the bench for San Juan? As the Broncos create points on the steal there, and they've got a 32-26 lead, and now they force a bad pass and a turnover.
You know, that's what you're trying to do if you're San Juan with that press. Force turnovers, get them to speed up, make mistakes, and that's 2 in a row right there for the Broncos.
And now a pass at midcourt is knocked away by North Sevier and now ultimately goes back to San Juan. So that ball goes out of bounds on the far side. That's a break. That was nearly a San Juan turnover. And so the Broncos will keep possession in the backcourt here. 20 seconds showing on the shot clock. 45 on the game clock. That's what remains in the first half. They double team Anthony Doan, so they've gotten wise to his antics, I think, and are giving him a little bit more pressure when he has the ball.
Yeah, North Sevier coming out in this 1-3-1 trap defense, and San Juan struggled with this a little bit. They ran it a couple times, and North Sevier's had a lot of success with it early on.
Some quick passing right here, and they found Brigham Nielsen wide open for 3. Missed it, but the Broncos pulled down their own rebound. Trip Palmer, nice dump down in the lane. Now Weston Palmer slings it to the right wing. Weston Jones, and found Anthony Doan, who hits the 3. And suddenly the Broncos are up by 9. Biggest lead of the night for the hometown team. And North Sevier has it in the front court. There's a shot blocked by Trip Palmer for San Juan, and now they battle on the floor for the loose ball. And that was a block from 3-point range, and now it looks like a foul on North Sevier. So the Broncos will shoot with 6.5 seconds left here.
San Juan's done a good job this last couple minutes defensively. North Sevier has kind of struggled to make any baskets here, and they've done a good job creating hard shots for the Wolves. So,
yeah, and it'll be Brigham Nielsen to the line here with, like I said, just over 6 seconds left in this first half, and he hits the first. So the Broncos lead is 10, 36-26. And Nielsen toes the line for the second shot. And hits both. So the Broncos up by 11, and here comes North Sevier on the run. A little hasty with the shot right there was Braun Butler. And they got a tap-back attempt, but that did not go either. And so a couple of misses at the end right there for North Sevier. They're unable to cut into the San Juan lead, and the Broncos are up 37-26 at halftime. We'll take a break and come back out to San Juan High School with halftime stats. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Blue Mountain Hospital is offering in-hospital and at-home dialysis, advanced sleep study clinics, pain management, hip and joint replacements, and cutting-edge radiology, including 3D mammograms. We're thrilled to welcome Cade Lyman, Dane Lyman, and Brian Kirk, joining our unparalleled team of healthcare professionals. Blue Mountain Hospital has been setting the standard for rural hospitals since 2009.
Utah is our home, unique in its strengths and struggles. And sadly, suicide in Utah is one of our greatest challenges. So people across the state are coming together to answer the call, to change our culture around suicide and mental health, to give hope and provide genuine help. Together, we can get through, lift up, look ahead, and live on. Learn how you can reach out at liveonutah.org.
Back live to San Juan High School. It is Rhett Sifford and Bobby Bowering welcoming you back here. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. We're glad you've joined us tonight. It's halftime here, and the San Juan Broncos leading the North Sevier Wolves 37-26. We've got some first half stats to take a look at for you. And boy, the Broncos scoring 23 points in the second quarter. They were trailing 17-14 after one frame, and then outscore North Sevier 23-9 in the second quarter. And most of those, Bobby, came pretty late when the Broncos finally did get into that rhythm that we talked about, and North Sevier did kind of fade quite a bit there in the latter half of that second quarter.
Yeah, the Broncos kind of had that rough stretch here in the second quarter, but yeah, that second half they kind of started settling down. They were getting really good shots, and that full court press started working for them again. I felt like they were able to get a couple turnovers that led to some easy buckets, and that just kind of got the wheels turning for the Broncos.
Well, the Broncos, this is all unofficial, of course, but shooting quite a bit better in that first half than North Sevier. 52% for San Juan from the floor, 38% for the Wolves. 2-point range, 58% for San Juan, 14 of 24. Let's see, from the floor all total, the Broncos 15 of 29. North Sevier 9 of 22. So from 2-point range, the Broncos getting most of their opportunities from in there. 14 of 24 for 58%. North Sevier 8 of 13 for 62%. And the Broncos are 1 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. That's 20%. The lone 3-point basket to Anthony Doan. It's a bit of a surprise. Usually it's R.J. Daly, but Anthony Doan getting in on it so far tonight. And the Wolves have taken a lot of threes tonight in that first half, but just 1 of 11 for 9%. So the Broncos are all right if it stays that way through the second half as well. In the free throw department, San Juan 6 of 12 for 50%, and North Sevier leading in that department. They're 7 of 8 for 88%. So they're a lot better from the line so far in that first half. I had San Juan out rebounding the Wolves 15-9. 7 turnovers for North Sevier and just 3 for San Juan. The Broncos also had 3 steals, so technically 10 turnovers there for North Sevier. I had a couple steals for the Wolves in that first half. Individually, we'll start it off with the visitors, and it's Cade Johnson leading the way with 10 points for North Sevier. Jacob Johnson has 6. Grayson Bennett, the team's leading scorer, has 5 so far. It's a 3-point night for Parker Jensen and 2 for Efrain Bernardino. The lone 3-point basket for North Sevier was Grayson Bennett's. Anthony Doan leads all scorers so far tonight with 12 points for San Juan, 8 for Weston Jones. He's had a great night off the bench so far. And 3 different players have 4 points apiece. Brigham Nielsen, Jake Ivins, and Keaton Ivins. It's a 3-point night so far for Jagger Neves off the bench, and 2 for Justice Black, also off the bench. And I already mentioned the lone 3-point basket for San Juan is Anthony Doan. So we got a lot of tumbling going on out on the floor right now. I don't know if this is, these are young girls, I guess. It's probably some junior high school and elementary girls out here tumbling right now. It's a good show. It took them about 10 minutes to get their mats out on the floor, but now they're really humming out there. So.
Oh, yeah, this is some serious stuff we got going on.
I just see, I'm looking down at my stats, and I can just see bodies flying in the peripheral here. So, yeah, it's a 37-26 lead for the San Juan Broncos at halftime. We'll send it back to the studio for another quick break, and we will return for the start of the second half. Actually, I'll take a little bit of a look and see if I can find some scores in the area as well. So we'll probably come back to continue the halftime show in just a moment. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. gymnasium, or I guess it's just a gymnasium, not only for basketball. In fact, right there it was for tumbling. That was a good show by the young girls here tonight as we're at halftime, and now we got kids getting knocked out by the basketball here. North Sevier's back out warming up already. San Juan is yet to come back out to warm up, but that is forthcoming. At halftime, the Broncos leading the North Sevier Wolves 37-26. We are glad you've joined us for high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. It's Rhett Sifford and Bobby Bowering with you here tonight, and there are no scores to update. It's actually a pretty late night. It's so weird being on a Thursday night. We're used to this being a Friday, Saturday situation, but obviously with the divisional tournament that the wrestling team is hosting this Saturday, that's going to be a huge event going on here this weekend. So the basketball game's pushed back a day, Thursday and Friday. So kind of fun to kind of a little bit of calm before the storm, and not a lot more going on tonight other than one other event, if you will. It's 2 games, but the Nuclear boys and girls hosting Telluride tonight. That's the only other basketball. There is some wrestling tonight over in Colorado. The Montezuma Cortez Panthers are hosting Pagosa Springs in a duel, and the Norwood Mustangs are at Sargent tonight. So those 2 teams are on the wrestling mats tonight. And that is everything that's going on tonight on this Thursday, January 25th, 2024. Here at San Juan High School, the basketball teams are out warming up and getting set for the second half. Again, it's a 37-26 lead for the San Juan Broncos. Bobby, this has been a pretty fast-paced affair, even despite some of the fouls there in the first half.
Yeah, it has been quick. It's been a quick ball game. Both teams kind of getting up and down the court. So I'll be interested to just kind of see the adjustments that both these teams have coming out of halftime. I'd imagine North Sevier talked a lot about San Juan's press.
Right.
I'm thinking if I'm Coach Nilsson, you're probably talking about cleaning up some of them turnovers, taking advantage of some of the offensive opportunities that they weren't able to take advantage of in that first half.
Yeah, ultimately the easy opportunities were the ones that they struggled with. It was the circus shots or the hard, the in-traffic type stuff that they were doing pretty well with.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. So, yeah, be interested to see what we get the second half.
Halftime does change things, and so, yeah, it will be interesting to see right now if San Juan can maintain the momentum they set for themselves at the end of the second quarter and maintain this lead throughout. And I'm trying to remember how it went. I think San Juan had a lead at halftime and kind of held it for the rest of that game at North Sevier earlier in the month, but it's tough to remember. I've slept since then, so I know the next day at Gunnison was not a super great game for San Juan, and they were struggling with illness and all, so I know the Broncos obviously have to take care of business here still tonight, but I'm sure they're looking forward to that rematch tomorrow with Gunnison in town.
Yeah, I think so too, and again, like these are things that you need to learn as a team. If you're in San Juan's position, you need to learn how to finish these games out at home. You got a good lead at halftime. You want to come out and just take care of business the second half. Don't let North Sevier kind of get back into this ball game, and you don't want to give a road team any sort of a chance here, towards the end of the fourth quarter. So hopefully San Juan's ready to come and get serious and put this team away early.
Yeah, like you're saying, I think you want a fast start here, and you want to just maintain that lead and stretch it even. So it'll be North Summit basketball as we get set to get underway in the third quarter. And they're at midcourt, so the teams have switched directions, obviously. San Juan is going from left to right on your radio dial from our perspective here in this second half. But North Sevier has the basketball in the offensive end, and it's Grayson Bennett, and now a whistle off the ball. Oh, we've got an entire bag of popcorn on the floor.
And that is Maddox Lee's fault, if anybody knows Maddox Lee. He dumped his popcorn everywhere.
No mercy. No mercy on the broadcast.
Very characteristic of Maddox, if you know him. No, I'm just kidding.
I noticed they are not wasting a single kernel of that. We got Lance Knight coming out with the broom, but those kids are scooping that stuff up as quick as they can over there and getting that back in that bag, man.
I think he had a little kid hit him or something. I saw him walking in, and I think a kid walked by him and bumped him. And hey,
I would be Maddox Lee, swift as I can, scooping up my popcorn. I would not want to lose. The chubby kid's got to have all that popcorn right there. So that's me. I'm not saying that's not Maddox Lee at all, but I can identify with that right there. All right, well, they've got the popcorn swept off the floor. We're back underway. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that and now the Broncos steal the ball, and in frustration, this is interesting, the North Sevier leading scorer Grayson Bennett actually grabbed a hold of Jake Ivins there. I don't know, was he going to have a fast break? But that's an interesting foul for Grayson Bennett to take right there. That gives him 3.
Yeah, and that was just a purely frustration foul, and you don't want to do that because, now he's getting subbed out for early on in the third quarter. So
that's a blow for North Sevier. He's far and away their leading scorer, and they really don't get a huge amount of offense from other people beside him. There's a kick save and a butte by Cade Johnson right there. That goes out of bounds in the backcourt, so the Broncos will reset. And 25 seconds on the shot clock now as San Juan gets it back into the front court. R.J. Daly near side to Jake Ivins. Picks up the dribble, goes cross court to Daly. He bounces it into the middle in traffic to Doan. Now to Ivins to the baseline. The shot rims out from 4 feet. Rebounded by North Sevier, and the Wolves work it up. Into the corner they go, back out to the perimeter. Over on the right wing is Frischnick. Into the paint, now to the left side. Jensen, baseline drive, kicked it back into the paint. 18 seconds on the shot clock, and now Anthony Doan steals it away, sends it ahead to Jake Ivins, and he makes no mistake this time with the layup.
San Juan doing a good job early on, getting some steals, leading to some fast break opportunities here.
Yeah, that is 5 steals in the game for San Juan so far. Now this one's stripped away and stolen as well. So another steal for San Juan. And the Broncos coming the other way. Anthony Doan's pass is rejected, but out of bounds by Cade Johnson. So San Juan resets on the offensive baseline here.
And this is when San Juan's at their best, when they're getting out in transition, they're creating turnovers defensively. This is where they can really just get the momentum turning here, and hopefully they can build this lead they have.
Well, they turned it over. Anthony Doan threw it into the middle where he thought someone would be, but nobody was there except for Cade Johnson. He intercepts and goes coast to coast for the score. Now Anthony Doan, everybody was still back in the backcourt, so Doan took a pass, but it's yanked away from him as well by North Sevier. So back-to-back turnovers for San Juan. Now the Broncos will force a turnover as North Sevier a bad pass. Coming back the other way, Anthony Doan on the layup attempt is fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, kind of just a little sloppy here, both sides.
Yeah, that got nuts there for a minute, just back and forth.
But good job, again, San Juan. They have the bad turnover. They hustle back. They get their own turnover. And, again, they're running. They're getting down the court and get Anthony Doan to the line.
So Doan, who leads scoring, well, actually, Cade Johnson has tied him. Doan takes back the title of leading scorer now with that foul shot. And the Broncos' lead is 12, 40-28. I think their lead was as high as 14 there briefly. Doan looking to make it a 13-point lead here, and does. As he hits both, he has 14 points on the night. And now he's run over. Sorry, that's Jake Ivins. And the Broncos thought that should have been an offensive foul over there as Ivins had position, but he will be called for his 3rd foul of the night on the play.
Well, it's not a San Juan basketball game if you don't have Jake Ivins in foul trouble.
And really, this is nothing. I mean, this is the second half, so he usually would have 3 in the first quarter, but he is going to come off for a little while as Jagger Neves comes in to replace him. Another back to the future moment for you there. Bringing Jersey back, and now the Broncos force another North Sevier turnover, and this time Brigham Nielsen gets the ball right to the bucket and banks it in, gets the roll. San Juan leads 43-28. Now it opened up a little bit for North Sevier. They're going to kick it back on the perimeter, though, now into the left corner. A lot of new faces out here for North Sevier. And there's a good bucket for number 21, Rylan Frischneck. He's been in since the start, but some of these guys are subs who are in right now. And now into the corner for San Juan. A 3 out of the right corner, no good for Keaton Ivins. Rebounded by San Juan, though, and they'll draw a shooting foul, I believe.
So, I'm sorry, I was just trying to process what just happened there, but that was a good job by Keaton. He missed the shot, but he followed the shot, got the rebound, and drew the foul on the North Sevier Wolves.
And I guess it's not a shooting foul. I guess it was on the floor. And it was the 3rd to Cade Johnson for the Wolves. So San Juan has it in the offensive end. Jagger Neves far side. Top of the key for Nielsen. Right side, R.J. Daly. 3 is off the mark. And he is still scoreless tonight. So He has not yet warmed up from beyond the arc, which is obviously his office. And North Sevier back the other way. A three is off the mark from Jensen. And on the rebound, a whistle.
Looks like they're going to get Keaton Ivins for a foul here, too. Is that two or three on him?
I have that as his first. That's what I see on the board.
Oh, maybe it is. Oh, I was thinking he had a little bit more the way Coach Nilsson was subbing him out quick, but maybe just wanted to talk to him.
Well, all 5 starters for San Juan have at least one now, and it is North Sevier basketball in the offensive end. Bernardino 3 will roll in ultimately. So he now has 5 points with that 3-point bucket, and that makes it a 10-point game again, 43-33. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. San Juan has led since nearly the end of the second quarter after trailing for most of the time leading up to that point. R.J. Daly bounces it inside to Doan. He'll kick it out. Brigham Nielsen 3, no. And rebound, nice job by Trip Palmer to save that from going out of bounds. Brigham Nielsen gets it right to the bucket, and I don't know, he thought maybe he was fouled. That was definitely partially blocked. And North Sevier grabs the loose ball. They'll set it up in the front court. There's a nice play by Trevor Mangum, who outweighted the San Juan D and then hit the short jumper. Now Jagger Neves coming back the other way for San Juan. Can't get the bucket, but he does draw a shooting foul. And that is the third on Parker Jensen.
Well, it's interesting. North Sevier, after halftime, they came out on this 2-3 defense and they've stuck with it. They must think that that's given them a better look defensively, and it seems like it's been a little more successful for them. They've struggled a little bit with the transition defense, but every time San Juan's had to come down in a set, they're kind of forcing San Juan to take some of these outside shots, which they've struggled with a little bit. So kind of just curious to see how that all unfolds for the rest of this half, but I think it's given North Sevier a little bit better of a look defensively.
Well, Jagger Neves makes the first of the 2 foul shots. The second one is short. He wrestles his own rebound away, though. So the Broncos doing a great job on the boards tonight. And Anthony Doan, though, cannot hit the 3. And this ball will go out of bounds off San Juan. So the rebound to North Sevier, that was as I can tell from the crowd, apparently that did not hit anything. So.
And again, it's getting, San Juan shooting the ball. They've kind of struggled shooting the ball tonight. And so, I mean, you're going to live with that if you're the Wolves. And obviously they get the ball back. And good job breaking that press, drawing a foul on San Juan here. Yeah,
Brigham Nielsen went into the air there and knocked that ball away, but then also got a good hit on a North Sevier player. So that's the third foul of the evening on Brigham Nielsen as well. So the Broncos have 2 guys with 3 fouls in this one. And here's Bernardino for North Sevier, backing it up to the midcourt Bronco. Now he'll try to go around Brigham Nielsen and Jagger Neves, and boy, he walked his way through the paint there, but I think they're going to call a foul and shots here for North Sevier, and that's on Trip Palmer.
Yep, I think so. They're going to put him at the line here.
So that is the first on Palmer, and both teams have 4 fouls here in the third quarter. We've still got 3.5 to go, and Efrain Bernardino makes the first of 2. So that makes it 44-36, and he drains both of them. Bernardino has 7 for North Sevier, and they're back to within 7, 44-37. Jagger Neves through traffic. Bounces his way to the bucket. He has the ball stripped away, and a foul on apparently number 23, Bernardino. And some pushing and shoving underneath there after the play as gets a little bit heated, and now Jagger Neves will step to the line and shoot a couple here. Both teams are in the bonus from here on out. North Sevier not quite yet, but the next foul from San Juan will put him in the bonus. So Jagger Neves is shooting 2 even though this foul was on the floor. And we've still got lots of time left in this third quarter.
We do, and Jagger Neves struggling from the line tonight. He's, like I said earlier, he's usually money at the stripe and hasn't been able to find that yet.
Yeah, the airmail that he threw up there on the first one, maybe it was an indication of how his night is going to go from the line here tonight, unfortunately. But he does make the second here. So that makes it 45-37. An 8-point lead once again for San Juan. 3:29 to go in the third quarter. it never fails. Right after I say the game's gone by quickly, it slows down. In this third quarter, the pace hasn't been what it was in the first half. Oh, Anthony Doan almost knocked that away from Bernardino, but Bernardino gets around him on the dribble. Now picks it up in the paint. Little fade is no good. Bernardino has kind of taken over where Bennett was the leader early on, but of course Bennett is out now with 3 fouls. There's a shot no good from Trip Palmer, so the team's trade misses here and defensive rebounds as well. North Sevier back in the offensive end, and getting the roll that time was Warner Roberts for his first points of the night, and now all 5 starters for North Sevier have scored. Jagger Neves puts up a 3, no good on the San Juan side. And that one's rebounded by North Sevier, and the Wolves will work it in. Bernardino runs into a wall there. That was a double dribble, I thought. I thought he picked up the dribble and put it back down again, but I must be mistaken.
Hard to tell when there's so many people congested like that if somebody got their hand on the ball or not. But
right.
But North Sevier, they're slowly crawling their way back into this game. San Juan needs to, get a good stop here and see if they can find some offense.
Yeah, the lead is 6, and there's a quick 3 off the inbound play. Trevor Mangum, no good. Rebounded by San Juan in a quick transition. Weston Jones scoring for the Broncos. And now Bernardino has it, and again, he's kind of turned into the quarterback of this offense in the absence of Grayson Bennett, who will most apparently not going to see for the majority of this third quarter. And I didn't see what that was. Was that a travel?
I think it was a 5-second call.
Okay.
Good defense by Weston Jones. They're just putting pressure on the ball. And, yeah, Bernardino just not realizing that he was in that situation. Needs to get rid of the ball quicker.
And so Anthony Doan now has it for San Juan in the front court. And he lobs it up for nobody. That was, and Coach Nielsen, I guess he was, play, I guess, was missed apparently by an individual on the San Juan team who's getting chatted to by the coach right now, who was supposed to be in that position.
Yeah, it's just a little miscommunication out there by the Broncos.
So that was an unforced error by San Juan, and Trip Palmer trying to redeem himself there, almost stole it away, but now Warner Roberts is going to hit the 3. So suddenly it's a 5-point game, 47-42, with 100 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, North Sevier just will not go away. They keep making shots when they need to stay in this ball game. And again, that can be dangerous here, keeping the team alive going into the fourth quarter.
So the Broncos looking for some offense, looking to get this lead increasing once again. San Juan has it. Baseline drive. Keaton Ivins scores and the foul.
Good job by Keaton. Gets the defender in the air and he puts his foot in the ground. It gets down to the basket. Good finish.
And he has the opportunity to add one here, and that's just exactly what the doctor ordered for San Juan after they hadn't scored for some time. And that will be on number 23, Bernardino, and that is his second. So North Sevier is still not in the bonus, but they would be with another San Juan foul. But now we're down to a minute 21 to go in this quarter, third quarter. And not sure what is being discussed at the scorer's table here, but
I'm not sure what they're discussing either. North Sevier's not happy about something, but.
And it may be either a foul count or possible, I don't know. But at any rate, Keaton Ivins is set to try to add one here on this bucket for San Juan. The Broncos lead is back up to 7, and he can make it 8. And he does. Good work by Keaton Ivins there, not only on the baseline finish, but now from the line. We're going to get a timeout with 1:21 to go in this third quarter. It's a 50-42 lead now for the San Juan Broncos. A minute timeout. We'll take it 2. Stay with us. We'll come back to San Juan High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Compared to the vocational schools of the past, today's career and technical education courses span nearly every industry, including health science, business, digital arts, and computer science. CTE students learn valuable, real-world technical skills with a solid academic foundation while exploring career options or pursuing their passions. Did you know San Juan School District offers 19 CTE pathways for secondary students? To learn more, talk to a school counselor or CTE teacher today.
Life is a series of cherished moments, filled with milestones that define our journey. Moments of love, joy, and shared experiences. Each moment contributes to our story. As each chapter unfolds, our experiences shape us, defining who we are. When it's time to celebrate a life, ensure your loved ones are remembered with the grace, dignity, and individuality they deserve. San Juan Mortuary, celebrating life, honoring memories, transcending tradition.
From San Juan, giving Bernardino a little trouble, but he does a great job to ultimately break it, but now they'll turn it over. So, boy, how often, Bobby, does the San Juan press force turnovers?
It's often. I think that's why Easton Nielsen keeps dipping to it in his bag. It's been really successful for the Broncos this year, and they get a lot of points scored off of it. That's kind of when you get San Juan playing at their best, I think.
That wasn't the traditional turnover. It ended up getting turned over on the offensive baseline, but San Juan now has it back in the offensive end here. With 1:07 to go, an opportunity to add points. R.J. Daly's wide open for the three off the inbound pass, but he missed it. Boy, he has just been cold so far tonight, but Keaton Ivins right there to clean it up on the putback.
And Keaton's had a great game tonight, both shooting the ball, rebounding. He's brought a lot of energy on defense, so good job by Keaton by stepping up tonight.
Broncos lead is back to double digits, 52-42. Into the final 45 seconds of the third. There's a three on the way. No good for Trevor Mangum for North Sevier. And the Broncos get the rebound. And what was the whistle?
Jump ball.
Oh.
So Keaton went up, did a good job, but he got tied up a little bit, but San Juan keeps possession here.
All right, so San Juan works it into the front court. Trip Palmer from the free throw line with the spinning jumper, and that one rolls in. So that'll make the coach smile a little bit more about his efforts. That's his first bucket of the night. 54-42 now. San Juan's lead up to 12 again. 14 seconds to go in the quarter. They get Mangum open, but Trip Palmer blocked that shot. And so San Juan coming the other way on the run. The ball knocked out of bounds in favor of the Broncos.
And you like to see that out of your sophomore. Good few possessions there for Tripp, knocking the shot down on offense, and it comes down and gets a good block on defense.
And now Anthony Doan inbounds to R.J. Daly out of the right corner. This time he finally hits one. And now all five San Juan starters are on the board. That was the final bucket of the third quarter, and a big one. It puts San Juan up by 15 headed into the final frame. 57-42 is the score. Come back to San Juan High School with us. We'll take a break and come back for the fourth quarter. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Last year I was at my lowest, going through some pretty serious depression. A couple friends of mine stopped by the house and said they were worried about me. Said they'd feel a lot better if they could hold on to my firearms until things turned around. I think they saved my life.
If your loved ones are struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, because things do get better.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, we're proud to sponsor San Juan High School athletics.
Back live to San Juan High School. We are underway in the fourth quarter, and there was a shot from three-point land. No good for North Sevier. The ball out of bounds on the far side in favor of the Wolves, though. And so they will keep possession in the offensive end and a fresh 35. And Bennett back in the game for the Wolves, I would imagine, for the duration. They really missed him. There's a three-pointer off the glass. Parker Jensen, I'm sure he'll say he meant to do that. And so North Sevier ultimately answers R.J. Daly's three. Keaton Ivins is not able to score on a couple tries, but he does draw a foul and will go to the line here.
Again, Keaton's just having a really good ball game tonight, sticking with the ball, getting a lot of good offensive rebounds right there, and he's been knocking his shots down from the line too. So again, kudos to Keaton. He's had a really good game tonight.
And that is the 4th foul on Cade Johnson on that play. And Ivins unable to make the front end of the 2 foul shots, though, and so the lead remains 57-45, and Ivins misses both. So North Sevier, a chance to come back and continue eating at this San Juan lead. There's Grayson Bennett going cross court. Head fake that time, and San Juan steals it away. Anthony Doan down court for the layup with the left hand.
Now, how many times have we seen that this year? Anthony Doan with the quick hands, pops the ball out and creates an easy transition bucket for himself.
7 steals for San Juan in the game, unofficially. Here is North Sevier setting it up in the front court. Bennett high on the right wing will go inside. 1 dribble, pull-up jumper is good for Jacob Johnson, and he has 8. It's 59-47 for San Juan. Far side, R.J. Daly from the left wing for 3, no. And on the rebound, a whistle. And that'll be apparently on Keaton Ivins, his 2nd. And so North Sevier will have the ball to inbound at midcourt. 6:41 now left in the game. And a bit of a delay here. I guess they're waiting for the refs to get in position.
I think North Sevier's coach is wanting to get some sort of an explanation on a call down here. Slowed the ref up a little bit.
Yeah. And the Wolves have it set up in the front court. On the left wing, Frischnick with the basketball. Goes up top for Bennett. Bennett has it stripped away once again by Anthony Doan, but Bennett steals it right back. So the teams trade steals there. And North Sevier was unable to score. The Broncos got the ball and then threw it down court out of bounds. So San Juan turns it over right there. And boy, that was a bunch of turnover action right there back to back. And now the dust settles. North Sevier has the basketball down 12. And in the front court with it, Cade Johnson right side, and now some quick passing here. Bennett kind of mishandled it, but he got it to Parker Jensen, who drains the left wing 3. Back-to-back 3-point baskets for North Sevier have pulled them back to within 9.
Yeah, just when you think North Sevier might be quietening down a little bit, they hit a couple big shots and get another stop on defense here.
Boy, what does Trip Palmer have to do? That 5-footer rimmed out. Looked like that would go down, but it does not. North Sevier back in the front court. There's a 3 on the way for Jensen, no good. Rebounded by San Juan this time, and the Broncos down court. Anthony Doan goes right through to the bucket and lays it up.
Good job by Tripp, keeping his eyes up, finding Anthony cutting to the basket right there for the easy 2.
61-50, so an 11-point lead again for San Juan, and North Sevier has it set up in the front court. Here is Cade Johnson on the crossover. Now hands off. Bennett ultimately gets it. He goes right through traffic, and that cut will draw a foul on San Juan, and I believe he'll go to the line here.
Yeah, I'll be interested what they call here, if they're going to give him shots or not.
That's the 3rd on Keaton Ivins, so back-to-back fouls on the Broncos senior, who has 9 points in this game. He's the 2nd leading scorer for San Juan. Weston Jones off the benches. He has 10. But Grayson Bennett, the North Sevier leading scorer, hits the first of 2 foul shots here. That makes it a 10-point game. And still lots of time left. 5:07 left in this game. Bennett makes both. And San Juan is now coming the other way steadily but surely. And now Anthony Doan has to pass it in, but that pass a little short is intercepted by North Sevier. So the Broncos turn it over. And the Wolves will set it up. Little kickback, and now driving through traffic, ducking the head was Cade Johnson. Missed the layup. The rebound goes out of bounds off San Juan.
And North Sevier doing a good job with that half-court trap defense again, forcing San Juan into a turnover and trying to see if they can convert that into some points here to keep this ball game close.
Yeah, it's right now a 9-point game for San Juan, 61-52. North Sevier with the basketball though. Grayson Bennett on the dribble, kicks it into the corner. They've been liking this kid from 3-point range, Parker Jensen, but he can't hit one here. San Juan with the defensive rebound. Now Anthony Doan picks up the dribble in the front court, hands off to Jake Ivins, back to Doan. He's out near the midcourt line. He dumps it all the way down in the right corner. The Trip Palmer 3 bounces off, and it's rebounded by North Sevier. And they'll walk it in, and now a timeout is going to be called by the head coach, Dakota Shepard. And so this comes with 4:18 left in the ball game, and the Broncos lead 61-52. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part tonight by Napa Motor Parts, Creative Floors, San Juan School District CTE programs, Blue Mountain Foods, Energy Fuels, Precision Rehab, Lee Contracting, Desert Rivers Credit Union, Holiday Construction, San Juan Pharmacy, Canyonlands Tire, Diamond Propane, Red's Ace Hardware, Southeastern Utah 7-Eleven stores, Blue Mountain Hospital, Furniture Gallery, Dependable Auto Repair, Primary Residential Mortgage, Four Corners Electric, and San Juan School District Adult Education. And again, a huge thanks to all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. We could not do it without you. And again, it's a matchup tonight between the number 12 San Juan Broncos, the number 19 North Sevier Wolves. Both teams under 500 coming into this game, but the Wolves have had obviously more of the struggles this season with the 3-12 record. San Juan is 7-11 right now, and looking to get their 8th win of the season here tonight against North Sevier and sweep this season series. It's North Sevier basketball coming out of this timeout. We're almost halfway through the final frame here tonight, and it's Cade Johnson with the basketball, handing off to Grayson Bennett now. Bennett with the one-time dribble, now goes to the left wing again for Johnson. Johnson dribbles through the free throw line, into the paint. He dumped it down to Jacob Johnson, and a bit of a circus shot there as he twisted his body to get that one to go up and in. San Juan back the other way, now leading by just 7. R.J. Daly on the left wing thought about the three. Dumps it inside to Justice Black. He did a good job spinning to the bucket but could not get the shot to go. And North Sevier on the board. And so now they've got a chance to pull back to within 5. Bennett goes tumbling down after the shot over there. No foul. And it's rebounded by San Juan. So the Broncos have got to stay focused here and not rush anything. They do a good job as Anthony Doan spins away from the D and finishes from the right side.
Good job splitting the defense right there by Anthony, especially after a couple of bad offensive possessions for the Broncos. So good to get them settled down here again. I mean, they just got to withstand for another 3 minutes here with a 9-point lead.
Yeah, the Broncos were in need of points after their lead was just kind of dwindling steadily but surely. Here's Bennett missing for North Sevier. Maybe that's uncharacteristic as well, and the Broncos pull down that rebound. San Juan has it in the offensive end. Jake Ivins was wide open for 3, but doesn't take the shot, and now the ball stripped away from him, and North Sevier will steal the basketball. Work it into the front court. Bennett on the right side. Dribbles to the baseline. Now kicks it all the way back out to Jacob Johnson. He goes cross court to Roberts, and Warner Roberts misses the 3. Nice rebound by Jake Ivins there. Trip Palmer coming the other way is fouled as he goes to the bucket and will shoot 2. No argument that time.
No, clear foul there. And if you're the San Juan Broncos here, you're just looking to get some good defensive possessions. Don't let North Sevier have anything easy here. And then again, just take care of the basketball. Have some good looks on offense. You don't need to rush anything. You got 2.5 minutes left. Just do what you need to get out here with a win tonight.
Trip Palmer's at the line, makes no mistake on the first shot. Right through, that's his 3rd point of the night, and that's a big point for San Juan, puts him back up by 10. North Sevier had crept back in as close as 7 points from San Juan before the Broncos were able to get points back up on the board. Palmer misses the second foul shot, though, and it's rebounded by North Sevier. So the Wolves will run it up with a chance to make this an 8-point game at 64-54 with 2:15 to go. Jacob Johnson protecting the basketball away from Anthony Doan. Goes right side for Bennett. He'll hand off. Cade Johnson backed it out, now drives in. Misses the shot, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line. I think this is going to be on R.J. Daly. Nope, Trip Palmer.
Got him on Trip.
It's his 2nd. San Juan's 3rd in the quarter. And the Wolves only have 2, so it's not looking like anybody's going to go into the bonus here in these last 2 minutes, but we'll see. And for San Juan, they catch a break right here as Cade Johnson misses the first foul shot.
Yeah, San Juan, they need to make sure on a miss here. Don't let North Sevier get an offensive rebound and get a chance for any second chance points.
Well, it didn't matter because Johnson knocked it down, and now the Broncos will try to work it across the line amidst a North Sevier press. They do get it in with some quick passing. Now down into the corner. Jagger Neves is open for three. Missed the shot. Rebounded by San Juan, though. So the Broncos get another opportunity with a fresh shot clock. The Broncos have done a good job out-rebounding North Sevier pretty handily here tonight. Jagger Neves a little bit closer that time on the three, but it still won't go. And this time it's rebounded by the Wolves. Bennett pulls up for three, and that one is short. And rebounded by North Sevier. So that one bounced out enough that the Wolves got their own rebound. And now it opens up, going to the hole, but missing the layup is Jacob Johnson.
North Sevier kind of going a little bit cold here to end the game. They had a couple good looks and opportunities and just couldn't quite get them to fall.
Yeah, and that was a big one right there. That one obviously should have gone for Johnson, but that's kind of how it's gone tonight. You know, the Broncos, up until maybe right now, haven't really been able to slam the door on North Sevier, and the Wolves, like San Juan early in the game, just haven't been able to capitalize on their opportunities here in this second half. And it is 64-55 for San Juan. We've got a minute timeout. We'll take a break ourselves and come back to San Juan High School for the finish of this one. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Mom?
Dad, sometimes I'm going to be a little impulsive.
I mean, I'm a teenager.
Not to freak you out or anything, but the leading cause of death in Utah for teens
is suicide.
So help us out here.
Because
we may be impulsive,
but we want to live. Almost all the time.
But in case there are times when we forget that,
keep your guns and ammo locked up safely.
Because doing this little thing can make a big difference.
Back live to San Juan High School as we get back underway for the final minute here tonight. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live as the Broncos have it in the offensive end. And it is Jake Ivins in the paint. Right now the Broncos just kind of trying to possess the basketball as Richard Kerr, the San Juan photographer, almost gets knocked out over on the far side, but he survived.
Dangerous job.
I need him to live. He gives the San Juan record lots of good sports photos, so we don't want him to get killed here in this basketball game. Now San Juan turns it over on the inbound pass, so they do unfortunately commit the turnover, but coming back the other way, North Sevier turns it over. And boy, who else is going to give you a hit like Jake Ivins on the football field and the basketball court? I love it.
Oh, I love it too. I'm looking at that. It's getting me itching to get like football season started.
I mean,
here.
That was just a good hit right there. How was that not a foul is my question.
Oh, I know. Well, I think he stepped out of bounds before that happened. So
I could hear the contact from up here with the headphones on.
Yeah, there's your outside linebacker for the Broncos right there.
There you go. Both of those teams just turning the ball over there. So now here's Bennett. Boy, it opened up for him, and Grayson Bennett goes right through for the easy layup. Now San Juan trying to break the North Sevier press with 30 seconds to go. Jagger Neves with the crossover. I think he juked himself out of his own shoes there, fell down, turned the ball over. North Sevier coming the other way. The pass intercepted by Jake Ivins. Are they going to give a timeout to the Wolves? It looks like they will.
Yeah, and I think the Broncos thinking that was getting a little late, but he was asking for that timeout pretty early on. That ref was just a little slow giving it to him.
Well, it'll be North Sevier basketball here. It's another minute timeout and a 7-point lead for San Juan. I mean, it hasn't been gorgeous here tonight for the Broncos, but barring some sort of an epic finish here for North Sevier, it looks like the Broncos may get out of here tonight with the Region 15 victory over North Sevier. Time is the main factor right now. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part tonight by Jones and DeMille Engineering, Bradford Tire, San Juan Counseling, Pick a Stitch Embroidery and Apparel, San Juan Mortuary, Four Corners Homes, Utah Navajo Health System, Main Street Drug and Boutique, San Juan Credit Union, Tailor Made Wooden Heritage, and Innovation Medical Group. Huge thanks to all the sponsors. We will hit you up one final time by name here during the close tonight. Thank you very much. We couldn't do these broadcasts without you. And this will possibly be the last time out of the game. I think we're into the final 20-some-odd seconds, 22 seconds left in this game here. San Juan up by 7. Bernardino is going to inbound for North Sevier from the far sideline.
And Jagger doing a good job denying that inbound pass.
Yeah, he's all over the place, and now they're going to have to call another timeout, so I knew I shouldn't have said anything about that. Dakota Shepard has to call back-to-back timeouts here.
Well, that's a good job by Jagger.
Yeah.
He's, hasn't been his best outing tonight that we've seen from him, but again, just always bringing the effort, always playing to the last whistle, so that's what you love to see.
Yeah, this is would be a big win for San Juan. The region standings don't hold as much power anymore like they used to, but every win in the RPI system is key. I mean, I don't think the Broncos, well, I don't know. It is weird sometimes you play these teams with a low winning percentage, and you guys face that all year in region play on the football field too, but it doesn't help you a huge amount. We were kind of shocked that you guys stayed number 1 for that last week with the opponents that you were facing, but this one with against a 3-12 team, it's not going to help San Juan a whole lot RPI standings wise, but obviously you'll get the W. So
yeah, W's always good to chalk up into the win column, but yeah, this RPI system, you never kind of know what you're going to get. Sometimes even a win can hurt you, but again, that's something that the Broncos can't control. You got to just come out here and just do what you need to, because obviously a loss in that situation hurts you way more. So.
And for San Juan, really, I think at this point, into the final few games of the regular season, you're just trying to get into playoff form at this point. So you want to be playing your best basketball headed down the stretch here.
Yeah, I think so. And, any win that you can get at this point to get a little bit of momentum generated before the playoffs is always a plus.
Well, North Sevier got the basketball in this time. Grayson Bennett for 3 from the left side, no good. They get their own rebound, though. And now San Juan steals it away, and now we're going to get a foul on Bennett. And that'll be his 4th.
RJ actually stepped out of bounds here, so I think the Wolves are going to keep possession.
All right, so they will reset on the baseline. The shot clock is off, though, with only 9 seconds left. 64-57 lead for San Juan. And a whistle as Bennett was taking his three-point shot. I see a player sailing out of bounds over there. R.J. Dally and Cade Johnson coming together, and it looks like they are going to call R.J. for the foul.
Yeah, luckily no bonus still.
Yeah. Well, that was just some fun, friendly contact on the baseline over there, I guess. They missed the inbound shot. Jacob Johnson unable to score. The Broncos get the rebound, and they're going to run the timeout to finish this one off. It's a 67-57 final. The Broncos get their first win in 3 tries. Let's see, that does break a 2-game winning streak, and the Broncos will have now won 2 of their last 4. So it's interesting, Bobby, they came into this game having lost 4 of their last 5, but now they've won 2 of their last 4. So
that's a good flip right there.
That's pretty cool.
That's the way you want to see things going.
All right, we'll take a break and return for some post-game stats, and we might get a chance to chat with head coach Easton Nielsen as well as we open the post-game show. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Yat a Shamige Yanishke, Tuaheglini Nishle, do Batani Bashichin, Hashkishi Tashiche, do Tkani Zatni Dashanale. Hello, my name is Shamige. I am the Public Health Director for Utah Navajo Health System. The younger a person starts to drink, the higher the risk of addiction. Those who start before age 13 have a 45% chance of becoming alcohol dependent compared to 7% of those who wait until age 21. Research also shows that 67% of teens who drink before the age of 15 will also go on to use other illicit drugs. Binge drinking now begins as early as grade school. According to data on underage drinking, parents are the #1 reason kids don't drink. It is important that we begin talking to our children at an early age about not drinking alcohol. Kids usually listen to their parents more than anybody else, including their friends. Parents, let's work together to help lower the risk of drug and alcohol misuse in our San Juan County youth. Let's do this.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
Win for the San Juan Broncos. I was trying to say a 64-57 win for the San Juan Broncos here tonight. We've got a bit of a power cable issue, it would seem. Oh yeah, I can actually. Let's see. I think we can maybe make it last that way. We'll see. I know I need to get a new power cable. We're just going to try to wrestle it into behaving here. We'll see. It may cut off again, but I'm going to take a look at some final stats. Just real quick, Bobby, I mean, it was a game. I don't know how the Broncos will look at this one. I don't think it was their best effort of the season, but I think at times they looked all right tonight. But obviously against some of the tougher teams in the region, and then, of course, postseason, I think you're going to have it honed in a little bit better, but still a victory for them here tonight.
Yeah, obviously win's a win. You'll take it, whatever it looked like, but I think there are some things that you come away with if you're the Broncos tonight that you need to, tighten up a little bit. Turnovers are kind of an issue. Kind of the offensive side of the ball, there were some times where there was some really good looks and they couldn't get the basket to fall. And but, that's always a good thing. We always talk about it. Coach C's really big on this in football. It's, peak at the right time. And so you want to make sure that you're building that momentum to peak right before the playoffs so that you're playing your best ball come the end of the season. So
right. Well, we do want to take a look at some final game stats here tonight. Give me just a second to there. I think that'll work. I can actually see the wire peeking out now, so that's not great.
Might be time for the replacement.
It might be time to replace the old power adapter. But
here's Easton.
Okay, before we talk about stats, we're gonna do a real quick interview with Coach Easton Nielsen. It's been a while since we've chatted. We welcome Coach Easton Nielsen to the High School Hoops postgame show. Hi, Easton. My name's Rhett. I haven't talked with you in a long time, so.
It's been a second, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I know, tonight wasn't perfect for you guys, but it's a win, and you guys will continue to hone it in. And we were just talking, obviously at this point of the season, you want to start stacking these wins together and really start heading downhill, playing the best basketball that you have all year headed toward the postseason.
Yeah,
but a good win for you guys. So.
Yeah, and we believe we're getting there. To be completely honest, there was a couple areas tonight where we needed to be just a little more sharp. We missed a lot of free throws again. And then, honestly, we let them create a little more chaos than we probably should have.
Right.
And, that's something to learn from and something to be ready to be better at tomorrow because we got another big one. But at the end of the day, it's a big region win. That's a team. Their win record, their win-loss column is, it doesn't tell the whole story. They've been in a lot of close games, and so we're happy to come out with a win, but we want to just keep getting better.
Well, what I think from your team tonight, what was it? You mentioned that you saw some things that you need to clean up. What are the things? Do you even have a chance to look at that before tomorrow, or you just head straight into that game tomorrow?
No, for sure. There's definitely things we can look at. I mean, more than anything, our ebbs and flows, they go with our defense, right? It's not generated by our offense. It's generated by our defense. And so, the things we look at is we're going to go look at when we had let-ups a little bit and see defensively, were we slow on help? Did we use, a little too much hands and get called for some dumb fouls? Did we get out of position on the rebounds?
Right.
All of those are things that I would expect to see in some of those lulls where they made their runs.
Well, you got Gunnison tomorrow, and that was a game you lost a few weeks ago when you were up in their place. I know you guys were struggling with illness and injury and those type of things. How are you going to approach them tomorrow to try to find a different result in that matchup?
Well, I mean, the big thing is we got to play hard and fast. When we played last time, we didn't run the floor very well. We didn't get out in front of them. We did a little better with that with North Sevier tonight. At times, we actually looked really good, and we got a lot of responses to the shots that went in, and that's what I want to see. Going against Gunnison, obviously they've got the Hill brothers. They've got that big. Tucker. One of the points of emphasis is going to be finding a way to contain Tucker. He's the one that hurt us the most last time.
Yep.
And so, this week in practice, we've been spending a lot of time on post defense, and we hope to see it come to fruition tomorrow.
Do you feel like your kids are getting excited, this last couple weeks of the season, getting set for postseason play and those type of things?
Absolutely. I think our boys are feeling really good. There's a lot of belief right now. There's, a toughness and a level of compete that this team is working towards that I think can make it really exciting down the stretch. There's certainly nobody that we're afraid to play. And we believe we're as poised as anybody to go make a run through the tournament. So we just got to, take it one game at a time and keep getting better, just like we have all year long. But our trajectory, we might be peaking right when we want to peak, and that's
Cool.
our goal.
That is the goal. All right, Coach, we appreciate it. We appreciate the chat. Good win for you guys tonight. We'll see you here tomorrow against Gunnison.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Coach Easton Nielsen. His team picking up the win here tonight against North Sevier, and we will now take a look at some final game stats. And just starting off with team stats, the Broncos outshot North Sevier from the floor, 25-55, 46% for San Juan, and it was 39% for the North Sevier Wolves. They were 20 of 52. From two-point range, San Juan had the edge, 23 of 39 for 59%, and the Wolves were 15 of 28 for 54%. From three-point range, North Sevier came on to hit 4 in that second half. The Broncos only got 1 additional. So San Juan, ended 2 of 16 for 13%, but North Sevier won in that department from long-range shooting, 5 of 24 for 21%. So they got a bunch of points from three-point range in the second half. The free throw shooting stayed, I don't know that they even had an opportunity in the second half. They ended the night 12 of 14. That was where they were in the first half, was it not?
I think so. If not, it was dang close.
So the 86% for North Sevier. The Broncos ended 12 of 23 for 52%. So they improved that shooting a tiny bit in the second half, but you kind of want to be up around 70% from your free throw shooting. So that's something I know the Broncos want to clean up a little bit. But really, to me, the main story tonight may have been